My name's Mike Koster. My wife Melissa and I met Mather a couple of years ago, probably in 2018, after seeing a project that he did over a friend of ours' house. And we immediately asked them, like, who did this? They gave us Mather's name. We met him. My wife fell in love with him. I kind of did too. And we started conceptualizing our backyard.
Mike didn't have a pool here at all. He did have an existing landscape that was built with the house when the house was new, which was only about 3 years ago. And it was very inferior, to say the least. It was lacking in a lot of ways. And he hired me to come out and take a look at what his dreams were for his backyard. He actually had a whole list of goals that he had written down years ago of what he wanted in a backyard.
2018 was when we started the initial drawings of the patio, and then throughout 2019 we added the pool.
It just so happened to work with this big wide step here to step down onto the yard. It turns out it steps down to the pool area, so it actually didn't really require much of a design change. We just sort of added on the new pool part of it to this existing design, and then when he was ready to do the project, we did it all at once.
I think we broke ground end of 2019. They worked all the way through the winter. His whole thing is, we're going to put a crew on your site and they're going to stay and complete the job. We're not going to be pulling people off, pulling people on, you know, that's not how it works. So once Justin and Mikey showed up, they were here from start to finish, and they were here for a while. So you know, we got to know them pretty well.
It was another fall spring build, I keep saying. It just works out well with these pool projects because their duration is so long that if you started in the spring or in the early summer, you're sort of tearing up the yard for the whole year, which is when people want to use their yard anyway. So a nice way to do it is to start the project in the fall. We're in here working until we can't anymore, till the ground freezes up and the weather goes away from us. And then we come back in the spring and we can generally finish the project before they're ready to use it the next year. So this project was designed to have an upper terrace that functions off the back of the house, again for that sort of more intimate, smaller number of people, you know, just the family on a weeknight to come out here, use the grill, the bar, the dining area. They have a little sitting area over there, which is one of the specific items that they wanted me to include. You step down one step, which creates this bar height to the other side of this grill feature, and then it just opens up to the pool. And then around it is, you know, some different destinations to go to, different hubs. I try to keep like functions together, so they had an existing hot tub, a separate hot tub that I incorporated into the boulder wall over here. That it's sunken down, so you can just step into it nice and easy versus having it, you know, built up high. It was a nice way to incorporate an existing feature that they had. And then next to that is a fire pit, because it's nice to be in the hot tub and have the fire going, or you're hopping back and forth or whatever. Just becomes a little bit more communal over there. We always position the pool in such a way that it captures the sun in the best way. The access to the pool works well with the traffic flow. The stairs of the pool are lined up with the stairs and the main entrance to the pool patio. And then behind it is the sunniest spot in the yard, which is where the chaise lounge chairs reside.
By the time they were done, we missed having them come into the backyard in the morning. It was almost like we were just used to having them over our house each day. Never felt like they were intruding. They were incredibly respectful of our things and our property. Always cleaned up. Every day, every weekend, it was except for the trailer, it was like they weren't even here. I don't really know what else to say. It's just like the entire crew, you know, just became like part of our family. Kind of miss them. There's a number of reasons why I would recommend them, or why I do recommend them to everybody. Number one was just the level of craftsmanship. I wanted somebody to come in and build our last patio and pool. You know, like somebody who's going to come in and just do it right the first time, so it never needs to be done again. And I was more than willing to pay for that. You know, you get what you pay for. The creativity, like I think I said before, we had written down what we wanted a long time ago, and we knew what materials we wanted to use, but there's no way that we would have done this. Like this whole concept was straight out of Mather's creativity. It was out of his brain. He drew it, we modified it a little bit, and we just love coming out in the morning and sitting over in the, you know, that little sitting area that he made for us. It was always our dream just to really enjoy our property. We wanted to kind of create a destination for people to come to, whether it's friends and family. When we built the house, we built it with a bunch of guest rooms so that people would come stay here. So now we have a backyard resort for them to enjoy also. This is for keeps. You know, we'll be here a long time. And honestly, it's going to sound hokey, but the patio will probably outlive us. At least that's what I've heard from different people that have had had them do work for them 15 years ago. They're like, it's still like brand new. So when I recommend somebody, I always hesitate to recommend anybody to any of my friends, because if they screw up a job, well, then that's my reputation on the line. But I've recommended Clark Landscapes to everybody I know.
We're really excited about how this project came out here, and it's a testament to Clark Landscapes in the fact that we're small enough to be able to deliver personal attention to every client, but big enough to handle any project.